I was really happy because, like, in there it was easy for me, but like outside it was hard training.
The Fox Virginia News at 10 is next. Tonight, an inspiring story of a local boxing gym taking kids off the streets and putting their talents and potential in the ring. We have their story.
Plus, an alleged hazing incident on UVA grounds puts one student in the hospital and a fraternity suspended. We've talked with a lawyer who says that this sounds like textbook hazing.
And a tense exchange happening between Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl-Sears and one of her colleagues on the state Senate floor in the General Assembly today. We'll tell you what happened. It's 10 o'clock. Time for your Fox Virginia News.
Now, Fox Virginia News at 10.
Well, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Alexia Williams.
And I'm Ashley Brooks. We'll come back to those stories in just a moment. But first, here's Harry with your Fast Cast.
And now, your CBS 19 Weather Authority forecast from the Bright Star Care Charlottesville Weather Center.
Thanks, guys. We saw a very great day through central Virginia today. Temperatures rose into the middle to upper 60s through much of Virginia. So it was a great day to get outside, go for a hike or a walk around Charlottesville. Won't be the same case for tomorrow, even though we'll see 60s for tomorrow, but rain is on its way. But currently looking at clouds and radar, we got clear skies right now, but more clouds are making their way into our region. 54 is the temperature in Charlottesville, 52 at Lake Monticello, and 48 in Waynesboro. Looking at our weather headlines, we got little cloud cover for tonight. Tuesday, we're going to see some scattered showers. Could be looking at an active weather pattern up ahead. I'll tell you how much rain we could expect here in just a little bit.
All right, Harry, thank you. Our top story tonight, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl-Sears is facing backlash after what she said during today's state Senate session.
During the floor proceeding, the Republican addressed a transgender Democratic senator as, quote, sir. The exchange is getting a lot of attention on social media. Our Fox Virginia's Scare Witness here with more. Hi, Garrett.
Ashley and Alexia, according to a newspaper called the Progress Index, some time had passed before Earl-Sears addressed what happened and apologized. Now, during the proceeding, Senator Danica Roem from the 30th District stood to ask Earl-Sears a question. Earl-Sears answered, addressing Roem as, quote, sir. Immediately after Roem walked out of the chamber, the exchange was publicly broadcasted. Take a look.
How many votes would it take to pass this bill with the emergency clause?
That would be 4/5, Senator.
And what would be the exact number for that, Madam President?
Yes, sir. That would be 32. The question is.
Now, when Earl-Sears addressed what happened, she noted she had said something that upset Roem, then apologized to the entire chamber.
I am not here to upset anyone. I am here to do the job that the people of Virginia have called me to do, and that is to treat everyone with respect and dignity. I myself have at times not been afforded that same respect and dignity. So I apologize, I apologize, I apologize, and I would hope that everyone would understand there is no intent to offend.
I reached out to Roem's team. They say Senator Roem returned home for the day and that they've not made or prepared a statement about anything that happened on the Senate floor. I also reached out to Republican Senator John McGuire and Democratic Senator Creed Deeds for their reaction. I did not hear back from either. Both Earl-Sears and Roem have set precedents in the state Senate. Earl-Sears is the first female lieutenant governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia and the first black female elected statewide. Roem is the first openly transgender person to be elected to Virginia's state Senate. In the studio, Garrett Witten, Fox Virginia News.
All right, Garrett, thank you for that report tonight. Charlottesville police are investigating 3 shooting incidents that happened over the weekend, one including a man who was injured in a shooting on the downtown mall early Saturday morning. CPD responding to a shots fired call a little later that day on Stewart Circle, just north of UVA grounds. Officers found multiple casings, but no injuries or damage to property was found when they arrived on scene.
We do believe that the incident involved 2 people who knew each other. And so we're still following up on that right now, and we're asking any witnesses, anyone who witnessed this event, to please come forward.
Chief Kochis says that no one is currently in custody at this time, but he said there's no current threat to the public.
A UVA student is in the hospital and a fraternity has now been suspended following an alleged hazing incident last week. The Kappa Sigma chapter is now suspended at UVA pending an investigation.
Our Fox Virginia's Felicity Taylor spoke with a lawyer who specializes in these types of cases, and he says this sounds like textbook hazing.
The common denominator in every fraternity injury or death case that I've had around the United States has always been alcohol.
That's what law enforcement is investigating after a recent alleged hazing on UVA grounds left one student injured. A student publication at UVA called the Jefferson Independent reports that last Tuesday, a second-year transfer student pledging Kappa Sigma fraternity fell down the stairs and hit his head after drinking heavily. The publication says the student is now in a coma. A national representative from Kappa Sigma says they are aware of the incident, saying, quote, any member found to violate the fraternity's code of conduct, which strictly forbids hazing for the disgusting act that it is, will be held accountable. The university also releasing a statement today saying, in part, we take allegations of hazing seriously and act quickly to investigate them and take disciplinary action if necessary. David Bianchi is a lawyer who has represented many families in fraternity hazing cases. His first hazing case involved Kappa Sigma at the University of Miami. That was in 2001.
The laws are there, all the rules are there, all the regulations are there, but it still happens.
70 students nationwide have died from fraternity hazing since 2000. Bianchi says students don't seem to think there are real-world consequences.
Criminal charges are filed aggressively by the prosecutors. If they seek maximum sentences, if universities expel these guys immediately, that will get out to fraternity members, and I think you'll start to modify behavior.
Felicity Taylor, Fox Virginia News.
A missing Virginia Tech student has been found safe. 20-year-old Johnny Roop is no longer considered to be missing, and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office says that the case is now closed. Roop disappeared earlier this month when he left Virginia Tech to drive home to his family's house in Southwest Virginia, but never showed up. According to deputies, Roop was located in Missouri and fully answered questions by law enforcement.
Calls to poison centers involving what's called magical mushrooms use among teens and young adults is skyrocketing. Calls for teens have tripled. There were 152 calls in 2018 and 464 in 2022. UVA researchers say it's because of efforts to criminalize the drug that started back in 2019. Now, magic mushrooms are hallucinogenic drugs that cause delusions, agitation, fast heart rate, and confusion. They're still illegal for people under 21.
It's fairly quick in onset, but then lasts for quite some time. And we're seeing in the emergency departments, they're giving them medications to calm them until the psilocybin wears off, and then they can be released to go home.
Magic mushrooms are used to treat some forms of depression, but doctors say only take them if you've met with a doctor.
The University of Virginia is expanding, but this time it's not in Charlottesville. According to the Daily Progress, a new UVA campus in Fairfax County will offer classes and serve as a hub for UVA students, working professionals taking online courses, and even high schoolers in summer programs. Northern Virginia is home to the largest concentration of UVA alumni and prospective undergraduates. The new campus is scheduled to open in January of 2025. And speaking of UVA, UVA's law school has hit a big fundraising goal as part of the UVA Honor the Future campaign. An anonymous donor gave the school $11 million, putting it over the top of its $400 million goal. Nearly 16,000 donators have supported it, which in turn supports scholarships, loan forgiveness funds, endowments, and more. Like the larger overall campaign, this fundraiser has a target date of June 30th, 2025. In January, UVA President Jim Ryan announced the Honor the Future campaign had surpassed its $5 billion goal. A shocking statistic involving car crashes and pedestrians in Virginia. In the last 2 weeks, more than 10 people have been killed by being hit by a car.
State police are reminding drivers and pedestrians to be aware of their surroundings. Our Fox Virginia Sarah Allen shares some tips on how to stay safe while walking around.
If you can cross at a crosswalk, please cross at a crosswalk. Obviously, that's where drivers are going to expect people to be crossing.
More than half of the 20 pedestrian deaths in the state this year have been in the past 15 days, one of which being in Albemarle County.
The last 2 weeks, we've seen 11 pedestrian fatalities in the state of Virginia. They've been everywhere.
Demline says there are ways to prevent these deaths.
Limit the distractions. If you're in an area, especially where there's likely to be people walking around a commercial area or near schools, please pay attention to what's on the road. Don't be distracted.
Mid-Atlantic spokesperson for AAA, Morgan Dean, says these numbers have been on the rise.
In 2022, according to DMV, there were 172 deaths of pedestrians in Virginia. That was up 37% from back in 2021.
And among all of the causes of pedestrian crashes in 2022, failing to use proper crosswalks came in at number 1.
Third one was standing in a roadway. Second was walking in a roadway when sidewalks weren't available. And the first one was crossing not at an intersection in an urban location.
Dean mentioned another dangerous cause was walking with headphones in, which is a popular thing to do among students on grounds.
That was Sarah Allen reporting. Well, to show their appreciation for teachers, Hot 101 Seville is hosting a Teachers Night Out. It's happening this Thursday to show their appreciation for all school faculty, all for free.
And I think this time of the year, especially because you're past the holidays and you're kind of in that winter blah time.
You're trying to make it to summer. You're like, yeah, can we make it to summer break?
So it's kind of a help to get you through the final push of the year and just a night for teachers, really anybody that works in the school system. If you're in the cafeteria, if you're one of the custodians, you are more than welcome to come and spend the night with us.
There will be a free dinner from Outback Steakhouse and prizes like tickets to see Usher. For more information, you can visit our website. Here's a local inspiring story. A local nonprofit that works with young kids brought home 3 championship titles last weekend.
Wartime Fitness is working with teens to build confidence so that one day they can choose to put their gloves up and their guns down. Our Fox Virginia's Gretchen Stinger has the latest.
13-year-old young champion got the key to the city.
Fawad Safi is one of the kids sponsored at Wartime Fitness. And last weekend, he brought home some hardware, taking the title at a tournament in North Carolina.
I was really happy because, like, in there it was easy for me, but, like, outside it was hard training.
At just 13, he's already using his energy for good. Founder George Rivera says he wants to help the misunderstood kids have a purpose.
I spoke with his dad earlier, and, he thanked us because, his son is doing great. He's a leader. He's bringing good grades. He's helping out in the gym.
Kevin Clarkson, also known as H-Town, and Joseph Epps, known in the gym as Panama, are the other 2 who've brought home titles. As the leaders of the pack, they had a lot to prove.
I'm a role model now, so that really means a lot to me because I know I didn't have it. I didn't have nobody to look up to, nobody to stop me from doing the negative. Now that I can stop, I'm gonna do it.
And Panama says he wanted to prove something to himself and others that hard work does pay off when you're in the gym as much as he is.
At least 4 hours a day, yeah. Working out 2 hours and then helping other people learn the craft. I shut it down. I wanted to be a soldier, so I turned off my mind and I just started listening to Coach.
Through all of this hard work, Coach Rivera hopes the community is proud of the work they've done.
I don't think the fighters and the boxers even understand the magnitude of this event that we just won. Like, this was like a USA certified national event because they're getting ready for the Olympics, and we brought it back to Charlottesville, Virginia.
And if you're interested in sponsoring a kid at Wartime Fitness, be sure to visit our website for more information. More information surrounding the murder of a nursing student on the University of Georgia's campus is now being revealed.
We'll have the breakdown after your local weather authority forecast with Harry.
Got some clouds that are coming into our region tonight, but our next storm system out in the Pacific Northwest. How much rain will we see? I'll have more details coming up here shortly.